Hey everyone, the classic Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch is right around the corner, and with it comes a bunch of time-limited content for you to enjoy. Some of that stuff will disappear eventually, but some of it you will get to keep forever. And there's definitely a lot of stuff that you'll want to obtain before it's gone here. So I figured today we'll go over all the content that the pre-patch has to offer and how you can take full advantage of it. From crazy good items to hidden stuff to fun interactions, today we're gonna be exploring all the things that the pre-patch will bring for you once it releases and how you can obtain all of it in the limited time it's gonna be up for. But before we continue, a few words about an amazing old school style game. Today's video is sponsored by a game called Hero Wars, and here are 7 handy tips on dealing with the main boss. First, beat up his mobs and loot the awesome stuff they drop. Become a legend of the gym, don't forget to bring all your sweetest gear. Next, recruit some tough enemies into your gang, complete a few missions, get some practice in online battles, and remember, even the most dangerous boss can be brought down with the right team. Welcome to Hero Wars. Join the game now and get a super chest with 5 top heroes, one of which is secret, as well as 600 emeralds and 30,000 gold. The game is available on any device. Scan this QR code or download the game from the link in the video description. See you in Hero Wars. Alright, so first and foremost, when you think Wrath pre-patch, you obviously think Zombie Invasion. This event is the headline of this pre-patch, and you may know it as the one and only period of time in WoW's history where devs intentionally tried their hardest to make the game unplayable for players. The way it works is that at first, those conspicuous crates start to appear in Booty Bay and in most capital cities. At first, the only way to turn into a zombie is to intentionally click those crates. For the first few days, you will not be able to spread the plague to other players, but you'll still be able to attack them and cause mayhem. And then, as the pre-patch progresses, new phases will start, and each phase makes the world more and more chaotic by making the zombie plague bigger and harder to contain, and of course easier to spread, notably by biting other players. And the thing is, this plague doesn't just affect capital cities, also the outside world, including most starting areas and even Shathrat. So that's why this event is so infamous. Back in the day in 2008, players complained at lengths for not being able to level their characters, use the auction house, or simply get anything done at all in the game. It was pure chaos, and looking at the PTR now, it seems like Blizzard is bringing that back exactly the way it was. So yeah, that's the pre-patch. There's some fun to be had, but in terms of actual rewards, other than the satisfaction of killing your fellow faction members, you're not gonna get anything from this in particular. The real rewards will come from the Scourge Assaults around the world, which we're gonna talk about now. So if you've been around a couple years ago when Nax came out in Classic, you'll probably know all about this. If not, the Scourge Invasion is a series of mini events that will take place around the world. Every now and then, one of 6 zones will be attacked, those being Blasted Lands, Winter Spring, Eastern Plague Lands, Tanaris, Burning Steppes, and Ajara. When one of these zones is attacked, there will be a series of crystals around the zone that you will need to destroy. The way you do that is basically by killing the scourge that spawns around these crystals, until 4 cultist engineers will appear, which you can disturb, and then they turn into a Shadow of Doom, a powerful elite enemy, and defeating that will reward you with a bunch of necrotic runes. You also get necrotic runes by killing the smaller enemies, of course. But yeah, those necrotic runes are the main currency of this event, because with it, you'll be able to buy a bunch of stuff from the Argent Dawn Quartermaster, which is where most of the time-limited stuff available with this event will come from. Now, to be honest, if you're not specifically into collecting stuff, most, if not all of the things here will be completely useless for you. That being said, if you have a bunch of level 70 ungeared characters, like I do, getting them the Undead Slaying sets is gonna be the easiest way to gear them up. This gear is comparable with Karazhan gear, so nothing really special here, but it's definitely gonna help you when leveling throughout Wrath. Both the shoulders and gloves are obtainable from here, but the chest and legs drop from the elites that appear in the Scourge invasions around the world that we talked about a second ago. The chest drops from the Shadow of Doom, and the pants from the rare elites that appear randomly around those crystals too. The other noteworthy items from this vendor are the trinkets: Argent Banner, Argent Tome, and probably the coolest of them, Argent Warhorn. Both the banner and the tome are pretty boring. They do a bit of AoE, but they're definitely not worth equipping over any other trinket. The Warhorn, however, will summon a Paladin NPC that will fight at your side for 30 seconds. Now, this NPC looks badass, especially the Horde version. It's basically a Blood Elf wielding Ashkandi and a fitting transmog. The Alliance version is just the Grand Marshal set and the sword. And the fun gimmick that this guy has is that once the 30 seconds run out, he will cast Bubble and then start hearthing away. Pretty cool and fun interaction, and this is definitely a trinket I'll be getting just for the sake of having it. Other than that, honestly, as I said, unless you're a collector who wants to get everything from here, there isn't anything else important to get. Personally, I will definitely try to get everything from this vendor, because why not? But if you're not after gear or the fun Warhorn trinket, you can just skip this altogether. It's up to you. Speaking of time-limited items, this is something I talked about in our previous video, but I'll mention it here again in case you missed it. For whatever reason, on the PTR, along with the Wrath Prepatch, we also have the Burning Crusade Prepatch active. Not the whole Cruel Invasion thingy, but just the Dark Portal Demon Invasion event. And from this, you'll be able to get the Tabard of the Protector. Now, back in the day, the TBC Prepatch was the only time you could get this item, but for whatever reason, Blizzard seems to have brought it back with the Wrath Classic Prepatch. In the original video, I said it might be a bug, but it's still active now over a week after writing that video. So yeah, if you don't have this, make sure to go and do the quest near the Dark Portal to obtain it. All you need to do is kill a few demons, which you'll probably obliterate by now, and you'll get this cool looking time-limited tabard in no time. Next up, other than the Scourge, the Lich King also sent a few of his lieutenants around the world too, inside dungeons and raids to be exact. From Shadowfang Keep to Scarlet Monastery to Karazhan. Most of those bosses are not very much worth doing, unless again you're a completionist who wants everything. That being said, I don't think any of those appearances are unique, with the exception of one, which is the one you get from the boss in Karazhan, Tenris Murkblood. In fact, Tenris is the only boss who has his own quests, which you can pick from your capital city. You'll find him in one of the rooms above Atumen. He's not very hard, but obviously it's Karazhan, so you'll be bringing 10 people anyway here. Now, he drops 2 items. First, and least important of which, is the Vampiric Battling, a pet which actually everyone in the raid will be able to get. So this is quick and easy to get, and remember, there's a pet tab now, so this is not gonna take any backspace, so you're better off learning it, why not? But the second, coolest, and most important item to get is the Arcanite Ripper. This is a freaking guitar axe which can turn you into a guitar playing undead for 10 seconds. This is one of those items which is extremely rare on retail nowadays and that everyone wants because it looks cool and has such a unique effect. Now, I looked around but I couldn't get a clear answer to how rare and low drop rate this item is. Unfortunately, even if it's 100% drop chance, only one person in the raid can get it. And raids reset every week. And the pre-patch will only last for 4 weeks at most. So yeah, there's a reason why this axe is so rare. I wish you good luck on getting it. Finally, here's another thing I mentioned in the previous video, but in case you missed it, I'll go over it quickly again here. The pre-patch is the perfect time for you to level your characters. Because on top of the already active Joyous Journey's 50% experience buff, leveling throughout Azeroth and Outland is also gonna get way faster in the pre-patch. The moment the pre-patch drops, you'll notice that the XP required for every level has been reduced by an incredibly big amount. Your character will start doing way more damage overnight, and you'll also notice that a lot of quests are way easier to do around the world. So really, I would take this opportunity to level as many characters as you possibly can. I can't give you an exact number on how long it's gonna take to get from 1 to 70, but I bet you'll be able to do that in 1/3 of the time it used to take you before, so take advantage of it. But with that, that's everything I have for you today. Those were all the things coming with the pre-patch that you can take advantage of. As you can see, a lot of this stuff is optional and only there for the sake of collection. However, a lot of these items are really cool and unique to have. And even if you're not a collector yourself, you might want to have them just to show off in the future. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the Classic WoW Curios channel for more content like this. My name is Numidia and I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Bye for now.